Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Today I have with me a 69 plate M4 competition. I thought, why don't I make a little comparison video? Since I have an M5, I thought, let me see whether it's worth it or not to buy this car, or if you kind of have the money, whether to go for the M5 or go for the M4. So this car of course has the 20-inch multi-spoke rims, which are the ones that come with the competition packs. It's got the standard brakes, not the carbon ceramic brakes. Adaptive headlights if you want to show the front. What else? Carbon roof, and obviously it's the performance. It's the competition. So the performance exhaust. Yeah, let's get in the car. Well, you know what? Before we get in the car, let's do a sound check. Alright guys, let's jump in the car and see what it looks like from the inside. Let's go. Alright guys, heard that sound. I'm not gonna lie, one thing straight away which I love about this car is that it doesn't have basically an OPF or a PPF. It's like a petrol particulate filter, which basically filters out the sound from the exhaust. My M5, that's one thing that really annoys me with the 20 plates, man. It's got that OPF, which obviously needs to be cut out if you want it to proper crackle and pop like that. So I'm not gonna lie, sound goes to the M4 for sure. So let's get into some figures, guys, about this car. This M4 is a 3-litre straight 6 twin turbo with 450 horsepower and around 550 newton meters, compared to the M5, which is a 4.4 litre V8, which has 625 horsepower and 750 newton meters. So in terms of the difference in power, it is quite a lot different. 0 to 60 times, this car is a rear wheel drive, so of course 0 to 60 is going to be limited. 0 to 60 time of this car, so 0 to 62, is around 4 seconds flat, whereas the M5 comp can do 3.1, and if you have a good set of tires, this car actually has Michelins. My M5 has P0s, which are not as good, Pirellis, but anyways, the M5 can do 3.1 with good Michelin tires. The tires Pilot Sport, you can probably push it down to like 2.9, maybe 2.8. The M4 comp has a dual clutch 7-speed automatic, which obviously has the flappy paddles as well. The M5 has it's a torque converter, slightly different. I'll show you when we drive. I'm not gonna lie, when it's in drive mode, full automatic, the M4 is very laggy. I don't really like how it's shifting. It feels a bit delayed. But in manual mode, man, like when I'm shifting, it's like rocket shifts. When I just slap that upshift, it's instant. So I do really love it. I'll show you guys in a second. All right, guys, let's go for a drive, and I'll explain the rest and some figures in regards to price. Enjoy the ride. Initial thoughts on the drive. I've actually put it on M2 mode, so the suspension is actually on comfort. It's on full comfort. Steering is on comfort, which means it's soft. The steering obviously is quite easy to turn left and right. But obviously the engine settings are on Sport Plus, which means the throttle response is a lot more. It shifts faster as well, puts the gearbox on full shift speed, I should say. Yeah, let's see how it drives. Initial thoughts, it does feel a bit more stiff than the M5 comp. Be sure we don't get it. See what I mean about the jerkiness, guys. Sorry guys, had a little hiccup there. For some reason the SD card was saying it was full, so I had to like format it, even though I deleted everything from there. What was I saying? Initial reactions, yeah, suspension. The car seems a lot more bumpy. It's not as smooth, but that's kind of a given because it's a smaller car. It's not really made for luxury and comfort, whereas the M5 is. Yeah, let's get onto this little A road, and I'll show you guys what I mean about the shifting. I do love the sound, I can't lie, guys, especially when you put in M2. Oh yeah, it is a fun. Look, one thing I gotta say is an M4, because it's a rear wheel car, it's more of a driver's car, definitely. So you need to be a driver. Like after 6,000 RPM, it just sounds so nice. So watch, guys, look. going around the bend, because the back end can kick out easily, and if you're accelerating too early out of a bend, best believe the back end is gonna kick out, and you're gonna have to control it. And if you're not a driver, you're gonna end up in the bushes. Okay, power on. Sounds beautiful. Yeah, I think the sound is better than the M5. I'm gonna give the sound. I haven't actually revved the car yet at all, so the sound goes to the M4 for sure. So as I was saying, like the way it shifts right there is decent compared to the M5. The M5 definitely shifts faster, but like, now I'm gonna put it in manual mode here, like this. See that kick down? It's instant. Look. You see how fast? It is so quick. The manual mode shifts is like, it feels like it's like PDK almost. No, I give it to M4 with the gearbox. Instant. That's what's in front of us. So you have to humble yourself. There's a AMG GT63S. Go and show that. Beautiful satin black as well. Gonna take it to a few little bendy roads now. I just want to see how it feels around bends. Nothing too crazy. I want to keep to moderate speeds. Yeah, we'll just see how it feels compared to the M5. Because the M5 is very stable. It's a big car, but the way they've designed it with the suspension and everything, it is extremely stable, and you could throw it around bends quite comfortably. Alright guys, come to this little country road. It's quite bendy roads. See how it feels around bends. See what I mean? Like you kind of feel the car lift off from beneath your feet. So it's a bit risky. Yeah, see? With the M5, I'm far more confident going around here, but with this car, you just don't feel as confident. Yeah, and the suspension just feels so much stiffer. I'm not gonna lie, it is extremely fun to drive. Sharp bend. I think my wife is terrified with this driving.
I really don't like it.
Alright, let me turn around. Man, if you're a petrol head, we live off this stuff, but you have to be safe. You don't like, one thing I fully hate that people do is this gapping stuff when they're going in and out of cars in the motorway. That's just stupid, because look, you're putting other people at risk. If you're going to do something where you want to test the car, go somewhere where there's no cars, and that's what I always try and do. So what I want to do now, I want to do a few little drive-by shots from the outside so you guys can see how it sounds from the outside. There you go guys, that's how it sounds from the outside. I'm not revving it too heavily, just wanted you guys to feel how the car sounds as it's driving by. Nothing too crazy. Now I'm gonna just drive home, pull up, and we'll talk some financial figures compared to the M5. And yeah, and you guys can make the decision. I'll make my conclusion. I'll give you what I prefer this of the M5 and what the M5 has over this, and then overall what I would do. You might guys might think I'm gonna be biased because I have an M5, but you know, I'll try to be very honest and try and look at all the factors. All right.
Anything about cars? So.
Can you guys comment below? Yeah, just back me up here. Yeah, that if you like cars, it's like she's trying to say to me, look, you gotta stop like driving or like doing unnecessary stuff. Yeah, but I'm just trying to.
I'm not saying you should stop driving.
Not stop driving, but
you should drive normally.
Okay, but like, can the man them on this video? Yeah, just like comment and try and help her understand.
All I'm saying is find yourself a healthier, less risky hobby.
It's like telling.
That's all I want to tell
it's like I tried to explain to her. Yeah, it's like telling me to stop going gym or train less. It's like, mate, it's not happening.
Gym is beneficial, and driving like a psychopath
parked up, enjoyed that nice little drive. Let's get straight into the next point. So I want to talk a bit of financials with you guys. This M4, if you buy it brand new from the showroom, you're looking at around starting price of about £67,000 base cash on the road value. And obviously you can easily get this spec'd up to over 80 grand, so that's what I'm saying. So it is quite a bit of money. The M5 is £98,000 starting price, and that can, of course, it's the same kind of difference if you get the ceramic brakes, all the other optional extras. You're looking at well over 110, 115 grand. The one I got was 105, as you guys know. In regards to finance deals, you could probably pick up an M4 if you were to get a brand new one. We're not talking used, because obviously it's about hustling, and I'm just talking about no questions asked, you just go in there and you pay. Okay, so this is excluding any hustling, yeah? You could pick up an M4 with 10k deposit. You're looking at around maybe 600 to 700 pound a month. That in comparison to the M5, if you were to put 10k down, you're looking at, as I talked about in my previous video, you're looking at around 900 to just over 1,000 a month, and that's including gap insurance, smart insurance, and all of that kind of stuff. Maintenance costs are gonna be similar, to be fair. The tire profiles on this car are also 285s at the back. I think they're 265s or 275s at the front. So you're looking at same cost for tires. Servicing is gonna be roughly the same price as well. You're looking at around £1,000. All in all, look, to conclude, yeah, what I wanna say is, look, if you got the money, I would definitely go for the M5. If that's a bit too much out of your budget, then I would say the M4. And the advantages I give the M4 over the M5 is, of course, the gearbox. Look, when you're in manual mode, to me, look, I've driven both now in a very short space of time, and the gearbox in manual mode for the M4 feels a lot sharper than the M5. I may be wrong, if someone can correct me and they think that, nah, it's been tested and the M5 shifts faster, but it just feels like the M4 shifts faster. In normal auto mode, it's quite similar. Probably M5 I would say is a bit faster. Both cars are pretty stiff. Even the M5, I know it's for luxury, but the competition packs, by standard, they're very stiff. And then when you put on, if you stiffen out suspension, the dampers, you're looking at, you're going over gravel. You feel every little stone under your feet. The M5, the fuel consumption is terrible. Like, I'm averaging 12 to 15 miles per gallon. And I'm a little bit heavy footed, but still it's really bad. This car, okay, if I behave with the M5, I could probably push it to about 20 mpg. This car, even if you're quite reckless with it, you can get it, on average you're going to be in the low 20s, maybe high teens, and you can actually get this car to hit 30 mpg if you behave. So in terms of fuel, I think this car is much better as a daily. As a family car, nope, of course not. The seats, so I'll show you guys the seats. I honestly don't like the seats at all. They look good, they're good racing seats, good bucket seats, keep you in position, but in terms of comfort, you know, obviously the M4 isn't really for comfort, but the seats, like, it hugs my lats in nice, so I'm not flying around, but it just does not feel good for long distance drives. So there's no heated steering wheel. It's got the Harman Kardon speakers. But generally, I think this car, look, like the roof is just, it's cheap, man. I don't like the roof. It doesn't really have much optional extras, this car. Like, there's a bit of carbon here on the dashboard and on the front dash here. I'll be honest, I'm kind of waffling now, yeah. I'm sure you guys clocked it, like, this guy's just waffling. I would say, as a daily, the M4, if you're not a family man, I would go for it for sure. And the M5, if you have the money and you have a family, all day, I'd say go for the M5. Would I recommend someone buying an M4? I definitely would say do not buy an M4 brand new. I don't think it's worth, you're looking at around 70 grand after a few little extras. So I definitely wouldn't say buy an M4 brand new. If you can get a sick deal on a used one, but don't pay more than 50 grand. I would say on finance, of course. There's no one silly to spend that much money up front on a car. Yeah guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. I ain't done a car video in a while. Getting my hands on quite a beast of a car, which is a direct competitor to the M5 competition. I'll get my hands on that in a couple of days, hopefully. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Let's wrap it up. Like this video guys, subscribe, share, and I'll get to you back with another video very soon. Peace guys, take care.